In a world where millions of tons of textiles end up in landfills each year, one Filipino brand is turning waste into wearable art. Recently, Mayor Joy Belmonte made headlines when she wore a custom terno created by Repamana, made entirely from discarded bed sheets and dyed with indigo sourced from Bukidnon. The piece featured Repamana's signature Kum-ot technology, or technique rather, a beautiful symbol of transformation and circular fashion. Today, we're joined via Zoom by Darius Dars Jireh Juson, the co-founder and creative director of Repamana, to talk about their mission to address textile waste and redefine sustainable fashion. Magandang umaga, Darius. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for inviting me.
Darius, let's start off first with
Yeah.
yung Repamana brand mismo kasi nagsimula ata to just 2 years ago bilang startup fresh out of college. So bakit ito naging direction mo, turning not just fashion into sustainable fashion and of course may konting heritage involved as well?
Yes. So Repamana started as a thesis collection while I was back in college. So
Mhm.
what we do is we mainly transform discarded textiles into fashion statements that tell a story of second chances, giving life to materials and meaning to the people who craft them. So it initially started as a thesis idea, turning it into a startup idea, since realizing that textile waste is rampant, not just in the Philippines, but also worldwide.
Mhm. Ang ganda
Mhm.
nun eh, the story of second chances. So yung Repamana, very unique, very intriguing yung konsepto nito. What does it mean for yung brand philosophy ninyo? Kasi right now using discarded things and ang ganda ng brand storytelling ninyo, but then you also come back and make it Filipino eh. May konting heritage weave din eh. Gaano ka-importante yung part na yon? It's not just reusing, pero making something distinctly
Mhm.
Filipino also.
Yeah, so the story behind the brand really grounds on circularity,
Mhm.
which is a framework that I think that we should really work on as like as a country, or not just an individual. But really Repamana starts from re means again, and pamana means to inherit. So we really wanted to pass on the ideology of circularity through different generations, from one generation to another.
Mhm.
So going into the design process of how we really incorporated, like, being Filipino is just leaning into everyday ideologies of being
Oo.
Filipino. For example, like how you would look like yung from the nature, like the trees or yung puno, like as you can observe, like parang siyang bark-like texture,
Yeah.
yung Kum-ot techniques, which is crumpled, na I would say very traditional with its classic silhouette, but contemporary in a way of how we transformed it.
Anong feeling mo when you saw Mayor Joy Belmonte wearing yung Repamana piece na may Kumot technology?
Mm.
Yan, however, showing it on screen.
Mm. So really the goal is, currently right now we're niching on hotel textiles.
Mm-hmm.
So we partner with different what do you call this, different hotel chains around in Metro Manila to retrieve the discarded or condemned textiles from them. Then we transform them using different surface design manipulations, such as like crumpling, pleating, and dyeing, to
Mm-hmm.
elevate the material that has already been discarded into a new one.
Mm-hmm. Ang ganda eh, kasi again, we're seeing it from discarded material and of course the indigo dye and of course ang ganda ng platform that Mayor Joy Belmonte was able to give yung Repamana wearing that particular piece. Of course, when we're talking about yung textile waste, we always say that fast fashion is really problematic in terms of yung mga textile waste natin. I'm sure you did a lot of research and studying about it, especially when you're doing this as part of your thesis. Kaya gaano ka-importante para sa inyo ngayon that this is an advocacy
Mm.
that you push to continue being responsible, especially considering yung environmental impact ng fast fashion?
Yes, yeah. Currently, in our generation, especially the Gen Zs, our generation are really pushing through towards not just sustainability, but really the circularity as well.
Mm-hmm.
That we are already in a climate emergence. That, that there is only one Earth, and we don't have like a plan B if ever the earth gets polluted or this planet gets polluted. So it's really like a call out there for not just for a generation but everyone who lives in this planet that
Mm.
really let's be responsible with of how we purchase or consume and be thoughtful and mindful
Uh-huh.
when purchasing um like our clothes or garments
Yeah,
and incorporating sustainability in our everyday life.
and Dars, if I'm not mistaken, you're also working with different artisans and communities. So not only trying to be responsible for the environment, but then also reaching out to provide work as well. Can you tell us a bit more about yung proseso po ninyo and what steps are you taking in terms of your manufacturing, to procurement of resources and materials that actually help create jobs?
Yes, that's for the social aspect of it. So we partner with different communities, like vulnerable communities that showcases like local artisans and craft. So like we contact like a team leader or the head of the community.
Mhm.
Then we collaborate with a design and we work it out with sino yung parang nearest hotel partner or hotel chain that can parang donate those textiles, and with that we lead with the design process and how it's being made. Then we transfer the process or the technology within the community of how they want to create the product, so we co-create it with them.
Okay. So what's next for Repamana? Of course,
Mhm.
very interesting yung mga pieces in both for men and women, being worn
Mhm.
already by politicians, key government figures, and of course, sana ako na
Mhm.
next. So when we look at the next
Mhm.
projects and collaborations you're looking forward to, what can we look forward to? As we even see Aya Fernandez wearing a piece from Repamana.
Yes. Yes, definitely. As of the moment, we're currently doing due to production challenges.
Mm-hmm.
We've been currently doing like bespoke or custom made, like one of one, like really business to consumer type of ano. We've really wanted to um the dream really is to expand Repamana, not just accessing different audiences, not just really niching on these type of people, but really go into like a retail
Yeah.
aspect of it. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in other words, a larger scope and larger reach. Of course, where
Yes,
can we see
yes.
your pieces, and of course, where can we reach you for all of these bespoke works?
So currently we are on our Instagram, so you can try to message us or email us.
All right.
If
I'll
yes.
be doing that right after the show, Darius. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much for joining us